Hi, this is Shep Hyken, customer service and experience expert, and today I'm going to talk about Danny Meyer's no tipping policy. Now let's say you're out to dinner and your server is great, so you give a generous 20% tip. How would you feel if the server refused your tip? In other words, your server delivered an amazing customer experience, but did so because it was part of his or her job, not because he or she was motivated in hope of a larger tip. Now, this concept of not tipping for service at restaurants isn't new. In many countries around the world, this is common practice. However, in the United States, tipping is the norm and it's expected. But there's a disruption to the status quo. Danny Meyer, the extremely successful businessman and restaurateur, is going public in a big way with the no tipping policy that's being rolled out in his Union Square Hospitality Group restaurants over the next year. In a public letter he wrote, "We believe hospitality is a team sport and that it takes an entire team to provide you with the experiences you've come to expect from us. Unfortunately, many of our colleagues, our cooks, reservationists, and dishwashers, just to name a few, aren't able to share in our guests' generosity, even though their contributions are just as vital to the outcome of your experience at one of our restaurants." Now, if you've had an exceptional experience at a restaurant, you tip the server well and look forward to a repeat experience. If you have an exceptional service experience in a clothing store, you come back to that store, and maybe you seek out the same salesperson. If you're a manufacturer and have a good product that you deliver with exceptional service, you gain loyal customers and build market share in your industry. The customer may not leave a tip for the salesperson at the clothing store or the manufacturer, but the result is similar to that of the restaurant. It's repeat business and ultimately customer loyalty. In addition, Danny Meyer's philosophy recognizes all of the people behind the scenes, those washing the dishes and cooking, who add to that customer's experience. If a cook doesn't make the dish appealing to the guest, regardless of the service, the guest will probably not come back. If a dishwasher doesn't get the dishes fully clean and a guest ends up with a dirty dish, the guest is unlikely to return because even the best service won't make up for the tainted reputation of being dirty or potentially unhealthy. Now, something I've stressed for years is that when it comes to great service or hospitality, everyone is involved, not just the front line. Every department and everyone in the department has some impact on the customer. Union Square Hospitality Group's new no tipping policy is an acknowledgement of this very point. Danny understands the full picture of what goes into a guest's experience. His solution is to ensure that servers, along with all of the other employees, are compensated fairly and properly. Raising wages for these employees will result in more pride in their work, which means they're more engaged, will work harder, and ultimately do what's right for the customer. Now, some of you are probably thinking, how will this impact the menu prices at Danny Meyer's restaurants? Simple, they're going to go up. But without having to tip, the guests will be spending about the same amount of money they would normally spend. And I think that the guests will enjoy Danny Meyer's decision as well. No pressure to tip. Just come in and enjoy the experience. Isn't that what any business wants? For their customers to enjoy the experience. And guess what happens next? They come back. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Please be sure to visit my website, which is www.hyken.com. There you'll find more information about my speaking programs as well as customer service articles that you can read and share with your colleagues. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken, reminding you to always be amazing.